If I gave you a choice, would you rather your child grow up to become a billionaire, but also to be a villain? Or would you rather they earn an average income, but be an honest, kind, and caring person? Of course, every parent wants both, but if you had to choose one, which one would it be? As difficult as it might be for a Jewish parent to accept that their child never becomes the most successful professional in their field, I think almost every parent would say, I would rather have a decent human being as a child with modest income than a wealthy scoundrel. If you ask an educator what they hope to accomplish, most of them probably will say that they want to raise good people, responsible, ethical citizens. But now ask a child, why are you going to school? Why do your parents want you to finish high school and go into college? Their answer will be, so I can get a good job and make good living. And that's exactly what schools spend almost all of their time on. By the time someone graduates with a 4-year college degree, they have spent well over 20,000 hours studying academic subjects. Now compare that with this. How many hours has that same child spent on intentionally learning how to resolve difficult moral dilemmas? Or becoming a good person, honest, kind, and caring? Now let's talk about money. How much money have parents spent to give their child the best chance of academic success? Tuitions, tutors, extracurricular activities, college. And now compare that with how much money has been invested in specifically teaching that child how to become a mensch, a good person. There is an important principle in life. Putting effort into something never guarantees success. But if we put no effort into something, we shouldn't expect good results. So when people complain about the moral decline of our society and wonder why young people are losing their values, should we really be surprised? Our children are growing up, for the most part, in an amoral environment, one that does not place enough emphasis on developing moral character or teaching them how to navigate difficult ethical choices. But I think the problem goes even deeper than that. Think about the message that we send our children from the time they are very young. Why do you need to go to school, you ask him. He'll say, so I will get into a good college. Why do you need to get into a good college? So I will get a good job. Why do you need to get a good job? So I will have a good life. I will have good life. I will have money. I'll have college. I'll have success. Children spend their entire youth hearing one message: take care of yourself. Without realizing it, we teach them that they are the center of their lives. We unintentionally train them to think primarily and maybe even only about themselves. Compare that with a traditional Jewish religious education. People often ask me, what are your children doing all day in yeshiva? They are learning Torah, which means they are learning what is right and what is wrong. They are learning what God wants from them. The most importantly, they are learning that their life is not about them. Their purpose is to serve God, to help others, to make this world a better place. So perhaps the Western secular education system isn't just amoral, meaning it is largely ignoring moral education. Perhaps, without intending so, it is also immoral. It teaches children to put themselves in the center of their lives and think only about themselves. So the next time when you meet a young man or a woman who thinks that their whole world is revolving around them, don't blame them. Maybe we should first ask ourselves what we have been teaching them all these years.